I'm not going to chat for long because it's late. I don't feel well. I'm tired. I'm stressed out. I'm in a lot of pain. And I'm not feeling super chatty. Like, I'm having to force myself to talk right now. And really, I don't want to. But it's a distraction, I guess. I really just come upstairs like maybe 5 minutes ago maximum. Because it's bedtime. I've just had to have a large dose of pain relief. I had it about 10 minutes ago. I'm in a lot of pain at the moment and I'm going through my pain relief quite fast. It normally lasts me a long time because normally I'm really stingy with it. But I've been really suffering, like pain wise lately. So I've been flying through it. Great. Like knocking the loudest things off, like glass bottles. I'm missing a lid now. I'm not getting under my bed looking for a lid at this time of night. Typical that I've knocked off like loads of bottles of perfume. Like, I got quite a lot of codeine on Friday, and normally I space it out really well, and I didn't even think I would need it that much, but I knew my pain had increased. But I've been kind of like not taking enough pain relief because I don't know, I do have a strong pain tolerance, but at the same time I don't want to be like constantly taking a lot of pain relief because eventually my pain will be that bad I'll have no choice. But it's just been getting progressively worse. And like, I mean, I've had worse pain. That's normally when I end up in hospital. And I'm trying to not let it to get to that point, because once it's at that point, the pain relief takes ages to kick in. And in that time I get more and more stressed, so the pain gets worse. And end up in the back of an ambulance basically, and I don't want to do that. Because I don't want to end up in hospital, because I don't want the constant questions about why I won't have the treatment and the operation. They don't understand. Well, some do, and some get it. I mean, I don't reveal all the reasons. I reveal some of the reasons, depending on who I'm talking to, because I'm not telling everyone everything. It's my business. Why? There's not many people know the whole truth behind why. But that's one of the reasons why I don't want to end up in hospital, because I get the constant questions and the constant, like, I don't know, just countless people coming and asking me to have an operation, and some of them can be really pushy. I know there was this junior doctor, I think he was like junior surgeon or something, like trainee, whatever he was. Last time he was like being really pushy with me, and I was really ill at the time, and he just kept coming and being really pushy with me, and I'm like, I'd not been pushed into it, you know. You keep coming and asking me and I'm not changing my mind. He's like, you have to have it, and I'm like, I'm not having it, I don't have to have it. And he's being really pushy, and the nurse got quite annoyed with him because she could hear him and what he was saying to me, and she come in and she had to like ask him to leave because he was upsetting me and he couldn't understand why I didn't want it. And I didn't tell him every single reason why, but the reasons why I told him should have been enough for him to like realise that I don't want it and I'm not having it. And he just kept on and on at me, and like he had me in tears because he just couldn't understand it, and maybe because he was quite young, I don't know, but he like wasn't very nice about the fact that I wouldn't have the operation. And obviously he would have been there during the operation, obviously not operating on me, because I'm not giving any junior doctor permission to do any operations on me. But yeah, he was like really pushing. Like, it was actually the sister, she was like, she had a go at him, and then he came back a little bit later and then she chased him off, which amused me. But yeah, she said he can't come round upsetting her patients. But yeah, he was too pushy with me, and like I had literally everyone come and ask me, like everyone, literally everyone. I had different doctors, I had different surgeons, I even had the anaesthetist come up to speak to me, and it was almost one of the anaesthetists I know, who's the wife of one of my doctors. He said she was almost the one who came up, but then she got called into theatre for an emergency operation. And I'm glad she didn't come up because she wouldn't have understood either. So literally everyone asked me. I even had like the healthcare assistants like trying to persuade me to have this operation. And then this other doctor and this I can't remember what he was. It was a senior something. He came and spoke to me, and he kind of got it, but he's like, you need it, but I do understand the reasons why. And he said he thought I would back down and have it by the time he came back on shift the next day, and I didn't. And even this random person, oh, the doctor that goes round and what's he called? They've got a name, but them that go around and put like things in your arms when they can't find veins. Him, he was on call one night and they called him out to me because every time they put one of them in for my drip, after like so many hours, there would be a problem with it. So I had so many in last time because my veins are really bad. And I'd fallen asleep because it was like 2, 3 in the morning, and he came in and woke me up. And he was like, why don't you have the operation? I'm thinking, does everyone in this building know that I'm refusing this operation? So he was like trying to persuade me to have it as well, and I was like, I'm not going to do it. And he talked to me for a bit, and then because he was on call, he got called off. Luckily, because I was actually falling asleep when he was talking to me. Not because I'm ignorant, because I was like full of medication and exhausted. So I had all those people like asking me, and in sheer desperation my dad even got my mum there, and I'm thinking, out of everyone, she's the least likely to get me to have the operation, so I don't know why she actually came, but she couldn't even get me to have it. No one could. I don't think there's anyone that could persuade me to have it that I can think of right now. But yeah, like literally I had so many people ask me when I was in hospital, and I was like, no. And then obviously I think a few days after I came out, I had a doctor's appointment that was booked before I'd even gone in, and she couldn't understand why I hadn't had it. but now we've talked a lot about it, she kind of gets it. But she always asks me, because she says, obviously I have a duty of care. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you every time I saw you. She's like, one day you might change your mind. I'm like, I don't think I will, unless, I don't know, it'd have to be like something would have to dramatically change for me to back down on it, and I don't even know what that is. It'd have to be something major that would make me change my mind and have the treatment, but I don't know what. But she always asks me, because she said that she has a duty of care, and like, she actually takes it seriously. Some people don't, but they just make up lies about me and make me out to be someone I'm not. But yeah, she asks me all the time, like, I always say something, like, we always have a joke about it. I always say, this is what makes her laugh, I always say, are you sure they've got it right? Because I don't think they are. I was like, yeah, it's been tested quite a few times. It's like we get the same results every time, no matter what tests you have done, how many scans you have, it's the same result. I'm like, yeah, but they must have got it wrong. And she always just laughs at me, because that's just me, like, I don't know. I am half convinced they have got it wrong, the actual diagnosis and what's wrong with me, because I know I'm not well and I know there's something wrong with me, but I keep saying that the thing they've come up with is wrong, and that once they've done the operation they'll realise it's wrong. And then I had an unnecessary operation, and that just makes my doctor laugh every time, because I always say, I'm sure that, like, they've got it wrong, or I'm sure they've made a mistake. She's like, no, but she always laughs at me. Yeah, but my doctor actually makes me laugh a lot, because some of the things she comes out with now, she's got to know me quite well. Just amuses me, like some of the comments and stuff. So yeah, it's good when you've got like a good rapport with your doctor, because it helps me when I'm like talking about things and stuff, because I never used to feel comfortable going to the doctor about anything. And I don't just mean her, like, I've seen like all the doctors that are there at that surgery, and I used to see the one that I saw last week all the time to begin with. I don't mean all the time as in I went like all the time, but if I ever needed a doctor's appointment, he would be the one that I saw, because I know him, and I felt more comfortable with him, because I didn't have any confidence or anything like that when I started to go to see the doctor. So I would see him because, I don't know, I think I found it easier to talk to him and stuff. And then I didn't see anyone else, and then he wasn't in, and then I started to see another doctor, and I would go between them both, like who I would see, because the one that I saw last week, it's very hard to get an appointment with him. He's always so busy, and he's part-time even though it's his practice. So when I couldn't get appointments with him, I would go and see the other doctor, who used to amuse me no end, because he was quite old, and he used to talk to the computer, like literally talk to the computer, which, like, I'd just sit there really amused by it, because he would just talk to it and like get a bit confused by it, because obviously his generation, well, I think all of the generations, they used to write everything down, and computers are quite modern, really. And he would just have full-on conversations with the computer, and then sometimes he'd ring the receptionist up and say, oh, the computer's done this again, and it'd be something he'd done, but he was convinced the computer was permanently, like, constantly doing things that it shouldn't be doing. And then one day I was sat there talking to him, and his mobile phone started to ring, and it was ringing, and he looked at me and he was like, your phone's ringing, my dear. And I'm like, that's not my phone, it's yours. It's like, oh, is it? And then he answered it, and he was like having a full-on conversation with his wife, and it just really made me laugh. And I really liked to go and see him just because he just really amused me, but he was actually a really good doctor as well. Um, he diagnosed, like, I've got a long-term condition that I don't even talk about and I've never revealed to anyone, and I've had it for years. And he diagnosed that and gave me the real good medication for it. And I know if I miss it, I get quite ill with it if I don't take the medication. And then he went and died, which I thought was a little bit selfish of him, because I don't know, when I get used to people, I don't know. When I get used to people and I can talk to them, I just like that I can see them. And he just died, and I was like, I couldn't actually believe it, because he was a really good doctor. So he wasn't young, he was either 72 or 74 when he died, but he was a really, really nice man, and I liked to go and see him. And then I started to see the one that I used to see before that, who I saw last week, again. And I went to see him one day, and one of the things I went to see him about, he said that I should go and see the female doctor about. And it wasn't a women's problem or anything like that, but they all have well, they're all qualified to like deal with everything, but some of them have like certain areas that they work better in or they know more about. So he said make an appointment to go and see her, and I'd only ever seen her a couple of times before, and I didn't really like her. I just thought she was a bit up herself and a bit posh. That's how I like thought of her. But I think part of that was how I felt about myself as well, and it kind of projected onto what I thought about her. Not that I thought that I think I'm poshing up myself, but I don't know, there was just something, I just didn't, it's not that I didn't like her, I just didn't feel as happy seeing her. I don't know, I can't think of the words. And then I saw her a couple of times before that appointment, and then I saw her for that appointment, and I think the doctor that I saw last week, he made a comment that it was like an off-the-cuff remark, and I know he's done it to other people, like he's done it to my dad and other people. He just says things that maybe as a doctor he shouldn't say, and he should keep his personal opinions to himself. Yes, he should advise you, but some of the comments he's come out with, like I explained the comment he made to me in a video last week, I can't remember which one, but I just thought, you know, that comment could have caused a lot of upset, and it just was like, it stopped me from seeing him. I don't think I saw him again after that. And obviously I see him like he was walking around, like, and he always says hello to me and stuff. But, you know, this last week was the first time I've actually seen him professionally, like as my doctor, for 2 years, maybe longer, I don't know. So I started to see who I see now, and I can't remember. I didn't used to see her a lot, but now I do. I might as well just have like a season ticket and just like go all the time, because I go a lot. But she's requested to see me every 2 weeks. It's not me just like thinking, what should I do next week, or go and see the doctor. She actually asked to see me every 2 weeks quite a while ago, because of everything that was going on, and that's what I do. But I did go for almost a month without seeing her, because I saw her in October, I can't remember when, and then I went away for a week, and the week I went away was the week I should have seen her, but I went away, so I couldn't see her. And then the week I came back, she was away, So by the time I saw her, it was almost a month, and that's the longest I haven't seen her for in a very, very long time. So when I did go, that's when I was in there for half an hour. And then the person behind me had to wait half an hour. But I'd been waiting for half an hour to see her by that point anyway, so, you know, it's not like he was the only person who had to wait that long. I waited that long, but I was in there half an hour. When I come out, he just looked at me, like, gave me this look. And I just didn't even acknowledge it, really, because if you need to speak to your doctor, you need to speak to your doctor at the end of the day. But I'd never planned on being in that long. I think I told someone, they went, "Oh right, did you go for a good old gossip?" I'm like, "No, that's not why I see my doctor. She asks me questions and I answer them." Oh, and we don't just like sit around gossiping. We do talk about a lot of health issues, and we do talk about the thing that's making me ill all the time and other health things. And then she normally asks me about other things, but I know she doesn't write everything down. She tells me what she's going to write down, and otherwise she'd be sat there for like an hour afterwards, like writing everything, probably longer. So I know what she will and won't write. I can't speak because I'm getting really tired. I know what she will and won't write down, because I said something to her once and I'm like, "Oh, you're not going to write that down, are you?" She's like, "No, I'm not writing that down." I think they just write down what they feel is the most important, I guess. But I always say to her, if I don't want anything written down, I'm like, "Can you not write that down?" But I think she knows anyway. Because you have to trust your doctor, don't you? You have to, like, you know, it's not like I've gone in there and told her anything major, but there's things I'd prefer not to be repeated, because I just don't like people knowing everything about me. I really struggle with that. I still struggle with that even now. Even like when I have started to open up about things, I still struggle with it. But that's how it's always been. I've never really gone around telling people things. And I come on here and tell people bits and pieces, but no one really truly knows what's going on. For the most part. I know I'm tired though. I know I need to wash my face. I've sat here and took my makeup off, but I still need to wash my face. So yeah, I've got doctors tomorrow. Or is it today now? I don't know if it's gone into Tuesday yet. Probably has, knowing my luck. And got doctors next week as well. I've already got these appointments booked. I think next week's appointment is going to be the last one that I can get for this year, because the week after is Christmas week. The week after that's New Year. So yeah, it will be my last appointment of the year, which is a bit weird saying that, because it honestly doesn't feel like December to me at the moment. It actually felt like Tuesday today. I mean, it probably is Tuesday now, but I was convinced it was Tuesday all day. Probably wished it was Tuesday regarding work, but yeah. So I've got the doctors, but I've got so much stuff that I need to talk about, depending on what happens. I don't always get to talk about it all, so I've got to make a decision about what to talk about. Probably going to have to talk about the large amount of painkillers I've had this since Friday, because I'm going to run out. Not tomorrow, I'm not going to run out, but I did say the codeine would probably last me a month. It would under normal circumstances, but it's probably going to last me a week at a push, because I've had that amount. And then I'm on another painkiller as well, but I'm not overdosing, for anyone who thinks I'm trying to kill myself, because I'm allowed both. I'm even allowed to have a certain amount of paracetamol and Nurofen as well, but only a small amount of paracetamol, because obviously codeine is painkiller, and the other one that I'm on's a painkiller, and I'm not naming it, but I had one of them with some codeine before I came upstairs. I got some chest pain. Don't know why I'm laughing. I think it's because I'm so tired. I'm gonna actually go and wash my face because I'm getting super tired, and I wasn't meant to talk for nearly 26 minutes. don't know if I'm going to do an overnight video. It just means because I've got to set it up. And I don't even know what I'm going to wear in bed. If I do go on camera, I need to find a top because I can't wear a vest. So tight. There's a bag on my wardrobe door and I thought, I wonder what's in there, because it's like a canvas bag. It's probably been seen in one of the videos. I'm like, I wonder what's in that. There's a brush, dry shampoo, codeine. Oh my god, I've got some spare codeine. How did I not know I've got this? I mean, there's not that many. There's 4, 7, 9, 11 codeine. How did I not know I had these bad boys? I kept wondering what's in it, and I just kept like not even bothering to look. My emergency codeine. Might take some of that in a bit. I'm going to swap cameras because I want to go on that before I go to sleep. I actually should be asleep. I shouldn't have been talking all this time. Because now I need time out for a bit before I allow myself to go to sleep. I'll be back very, very soon.